Dear Father Stani, President of the Conference of South Asia, Provincials of South Asia, and my dear Jesuit companions. The season of Christmas has ended, but the peace that the newborn Jesus brought into this broken world remains with us. A peace that gives us hope, which no one can take away. I am prayerfully aware of the pain and agony that grip us all when we heard on 8 October 2020 that Father Stan Swamy, an 83-year-old Jesuit, was arrested. While we are shocked by the arrest, we are not surprised. As Stan himself has said, I am ready to pay the price, whatever it might be. All through his life, Father Stan cast his lot with the poor, particularly the Dalits and Adivasis, the indigenous communities. He has the voice of the voiceless. He spoke through to power. He demanded that the Adivasis be treated fairly and justly, as per the law. Many poor women and men found solace and comfort in his presence. Every day in the morning, he found time for silence. He would quietly walk around the Bagaicha and ATC campus, and at the end of the day, will spend time in silence in front of the pathal, the stone in which names of Adivasi martyrs are engraved, which is in the center of Bagaicha building. He collected flowers in the garden and offered to those martyrs. He prayed with them and infused his spirit with their sample. It is 100 days now since he was first imprisoned. Despite his age and age-related infirmity, he has not stopped inspiring us. In fact, his imprisonment has become an opportunity for us to be a witness to our charism, a faith that does justice. I was filled with joy to see the extraordinary solidarity extended by the Jesuits of South Asia to Stan. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Jesuits and collaborators of all the provinces found innovative methods to stand in solidarity with Stan and other human rights defenders. I have been following the developments through my conference in Rome. I am also informed that your campaign has moved on to taking up broader issues such as defending democracy and pluralism, saving the constitutions, repeal of unjust laws, and safeguarding the rights of the most marginalized communities such as the Dalits, Adivasis, women, farmers, migrants, and minorities, while you continue to keep Stan as a focus. Thank you for transforming Stan arrest into an opportunity to walk in solidarity with the poor and marginalized on a mission of justice and reconciliation. At this moment, I also would like to thank all those who have expressed their support for the cause of Father Stan internationally. Stan's imprisonment has been an occasion to experience the universal dimension of our vocation. Most of the Jesuit provinces around the world, primarily through prayer and advocacy efforts, have voiced solidarity with Stan and along with many people of goodwill. While on the one hand we are saddened by the arrest of Stan, on the other, we have reason to thank God for this unique opportunity to deepen our faith and commitment to gospel values. An extraordinary sense of solidarity was expressed by leaders of various countries, heads of dioceses, religious congregations, civil society organizations, human rights groups, national and international NGOs, people movements, students, teachers, partners, and collaborators. We are not alone in this struggle for justice. Stan says that he is not a silent spectator to injustice done to the poor. Probably Stan's dreams are coming true as we all stand together, shoulder to shoulder, supporting and working together in spreading kingdom values of justice, fraternity, and peace. Even in prison, Stan shows extraordinary courage. He had the courage to say that humanity is bubbling in Taloja prison. I believe that even in prison, he bears witness to Christ. I have been in touch with Stan through his provincial, expressing solidarity during the past month. He cherished those moments of companionship. As you are well aware, it is a long Rome struggle. We do not know what is in store for us. However, we know that this scenario could be turned around as an opportunity. That will be the right tribute as we remember Stan on his 100th day of his incarceration. I will encourage you to engage in discerned actions in collaboration with all people of goodwill to work toward freedom for Stan and all other human rights defenders who are in prisons solely because they joined the voiceless and became voice of the poor so that all may live with dignity, justice, and peace. As you gather in prayer, let me once again remind you of our commitment to reconciliation and justice that we made in General Congregation 36. The call to share God's work of reconciliation in our broken world. This reconciliation, the congregation reminds us, is always a work of justice. The cross of Christ and our sharing in it are at the center of God's work of reconciliation. This mission can lead to conflict and death, as we have witnesses in the life of many of our brothers. Indeed, Stan and his fellow prisoners of conscience are the ones who live it now. Along with this, I'm sure you remember our universal apostolic references to walk with the excluded, the outcast of the world, those whose dignity has been violated in our mission of reconciliation and justice. Father Stan is a model for us in living out this universal apostolic preference. Let us thank God for him. Let me end by asking the same question that Stan asked. Why has truth become so bitter, dissent so intolerable, justice so out of reach? I would like to assure you, in my name, and in the name of the Society of Jesus, my continued prayerful support for Stan and all of you who bear witness to the face that does justice.